are you?
Oh, good,
Thanks.
thank you very much.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for joining us today. So, Emma, what we're doing today is Martin has tasked us with some Q&A, so a bit of Q&A for each other. We've all got some questions we want to ask you, one of our agents at Lewis Dore. So if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you some questions.
Sure.
Just give me your answers.
Fire away.
So one of the questions, Emma, is what would you personally look at in terms of data before you deal with a client? So if a client came to you, what kind of data are you looking to find before you give them any information?
I think that really depends on what they're looking for. If they're perhaps looking for a property to perhaps rent out, I would look at, ROI, which areas are, doing well for rental income and that kind of thing.
Okay, so you're trying to just really qualify the client to find out what their main reason for purchasing actually is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, of course. Where do you think the next up and coming area, so like JBR, downtown, where do you think that next area is going to be?
I think Dubai Creek Harbour, it's all EMAR. I mean, if you've been down there, it just looks like mini downtown. It's going to be home to the Dubai Creek Tower. I mean, it's redefining the Dubai skyline down there.
I agree. I think it's one of those areas where it's really up and coming. Although there's still lots of property to hand over, we're going to see a massive influx of people looking to move into that area because right now the price point is strong. So it's not as strong as high as downtown, but you're still getting that same EMAR quality. You're still getting that lifestyle, maybe just a little bit further away from the center of the action. But as Dubai evolves, that will be closer to the action.
Where is the centre these days?
Exactly.
We're always,
yeah, exactly. We're always expanding in Dubai, so it's constantly growing. With the landscape always moving, where is the centre? There's no real centre now. The old saying is you're only 30 minutes away from anything in Dubai. Friday and you don't get stuck in traffic, you'll be okay. So yeah, I agree. Dubai Creek Harbour is definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
If you had 10 million dirhams in your pocket today, in your back pocket, and you thought, I'm going to invest, how would you do it? What would you do? Would you buy multiple properties? Would you buy one big fancy villa? What would you do?
I would probably buy 2 apartments. I'd probably put one on short-term rent, one on long-term rent. So thinking Dubai Marina, perhaps downtown or Dubai Creek Harbour. I would probably buy a townhouse for myself to live in.
Okay.
And I'd probably buy something in my home country as well.
Okay. So you would sort of expand the portfolio international as well? Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, for me, I would be very similar. I'd buy one to live in, one to rent, maybe long-term, short-term. And then I would probably start buying little studios. So I would try and take a little bit of that money and buy multiple studios to have a bigger portfolio for me. Just scatter them around Dubai, give myself a big circle to play in. So,
where would you live?
Currently, it would be a nice villa in District 1. So I would want a villa right on the lagoon in District 1. So Emma, which Dubai neighbourhood do you think saw the highest capital appreciation in Q1 2025? So this year, what do you think it was?
In Q1 was Al Furjan.
Okay.
Q1 was about 10%.
Okay.
In capital appreciation.
Exactly. Once you have these metro stations open up, it opens these areas to the rest of the city. So you've got people that maybe work in DIFC or downtown Business Bay, where usually they would have to live close by or next to a metro station currently, where they would have to commute to work. Now you have more extension to the city where you can actually say, look, you can live out here in a townhouse in a different part of the community, which would have been secluded previously. They can now hop on the metro and just scoot to work. So that makes a big difference. Yeah. We've seen it previously last year in terms of appreciation with Talal Al Gaf. So as the property started to hand over, the original purchase price it blew up, went crazy. People were in such demand at the time of handover compared to when it was launched and it was in the development. That wasn't having the same boom. As soon as it came to near handover, prices skyrocketed and people were just queuing up to try and get in. So yeah, Al Furjan is definitely one of those areas. You've got really strong point for what you're saying. The townhouses are really nice there as well. I don't know if you've been, but they're really nice. The interiors are done well, and it's a really good opportunity for somebody that's maybe a starting family.
Yeah, it's good to see the metro reaching out to these communities that are a little bit further out.
Exactly,
that we're in easy access over.
And when we're in a country where the population is growing daily, they need to make sure that it's accessible for everyone to get around. You can't be pushing everyone to one area and expecting the country to continue to grow. We need to be inclusive of the entirety of Dubai. Would you rather invest 5 million dirhams in JVC with 9% ROI, or 10 million dirhams in downtown with only 5.5% ROI. And this is rental yield.
I think I would choose JVC, because surely if you're getting a higher return, you can then reinvest and get perhaps another few units or something.
Everyone's individual. Some people are looking for capital appreciation. Some people are looking for cash flow. So if you're looking for a long term, I want to own a property, I want to rent it and then possibly sell in the future, then I would believe downtown would be the way to go, because although downtown's almost completed, we're still seeing an increase in price per square foot regular. Whereas JVC, we've got lots of stock handing over. So that's probably going to start to cap out soon. Until all of that's completed, everyone owns it, everyone lives there, then we'll start to see the capital appreciation. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking at cash flow, definitely JVC at 9% is really, really high. It's a really, really strong return. 5% in downtown or 5.5% in downtown isn't as great, but the long term and the bigger scale picture could be more lucrative in downtown, in my opinion. Who would you trust to find your next 20 million dirham villa?
No one. I don't trust anyone.
So you trust yourself. How would an agent or a broker convince you that they're trustworthy, they're suitable, and they know? What would you be looking for in the broker? If you couldn't do it yourself, you couldn't use me, of course, because that wouldn't be fair. That would have been the first choice. However, if it was anyone else in the world, who would you choose and what would you look to choose in them? What would be the traits for that person?
Okay, so it probably would be somebody that's been in Dubai for some time. You need someone that's honest, right? That's going to give an honest opinion, and we'll back that up with stats, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the big thing. In Dubai, we see so many agents which are what we call fresh off the boat, and sometimes the eagerness, the hunger is there, but maybe just that final expertise on how to get the right deal across the line, whether the price is acceptable to be buying in that area, because sometimes investors don't know, sometimes buyers don't know. They might be buying with their heart or their eyes rather than their mind, and they can be swayed into the wrong decision just by the wrong agent sometimes. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You want to make sure that the people you're dealing with understand what they're doing. They've got experience, they've done it before, and they're not holding around waiting for answers to come and leaving you a loose end. So yeah, 20 million dirhams, if you've got it, I'm here to help. But anyone else, I'm sure you can find the right agent, you know what to look for. Hi, I'm Kyle Fitzgerald.
And I'm Emma Manchester.
And this is Real Estate by Lewis Dore.